We got a hot scoop for you folks. A hot scoop.
Now, what am I talking about, ladies and gentlemen? Now, this story is 3 days old, but I am talking about it now because, again, just gathering my thoughts, I think it's worth talking about. It's regarding Doomsday Avengers, or is it Avengers Doomsday? I really cannot keep up now with what's going on with these ridiculous Marvel titles. Remember, Thunderbolts was Thunderbolts, then it got revealed to be the new Avengers in the end. Not the new Avengers with Joanna Lumley and her sexy thigh-high boots. No, this is the new Avengers led by a midget called Florence Pew Pew Pew. But anyway, we got to get into this story, folks, because it's absolutely hilarious and one that I can't wait to talk about. And it makes me wonder, and it should make you wonder, are you looking forward to this next installment from Marvel next December 2026, when before that, Spider-Man: A Brand New Day is getting released and will certainly, no doubt, cross over the $1 billion plus box office again for Sony. Marvel only reaping 25% of those profits, which is absolutely hilarious.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Two major Avengers Doomsday starts reportedly had a blow up on the set, folks. It's terrible. And here we're going to go into the plot details. So again, we know for a fact that Robert Downey Jr. is getting paid $100 million to come back to the MCU. Now, I think it's $50 million per movie because this is a two-picture deal. Obviously, Secret Wars will be out maybe the year after, if they're shooting these films back to back, because they brought in like 80 trillion cameos just to reappear, and we'll see some of those in a minute. But honestly, I can't see this doing well at all. It's gonna make a few bucks at the box office, but critically, will it be received as well? I don't know. I don't think so. Now, what Jeff Snyder from the Hot Mic podcast recently said there was some dysfunction on the set between two major, well, they do say actors, but we don't actually know if it's two females, because they always call them actors when they should be actresses. So just for the sake of this, folks, we're going to say it's two men. They apparently one made a jest with the other, like a sort of a glib remark. The other actor found it very offensive and then requested that both their scenes are shot separately, until the actor who was offended was taken aside by the Russo brothers to be told, well, listen, you know, if we do it this way, it's going to cost even more millions of dollars just to get these two scenes done separately when you should be in the scene together. Sounds like a right cry, baby. I think people are pointing the finger at Pedro Pascal, even though I wouldn't call him a big star. Maybe 75% it could be him. The other guy is Robert Downey Jr. And I actually, to my shock and surprise, I'm actually going to level all the criticism at RDJ here for reasons I'll get to very shortly. So again, the clash became so heated that certain scenes involving their respective characters had to be altered or removed from the script entirely. Again, you're eating into that budget. I find it so hilarious that you're turning up to essentially film a play in front of IMAX cameras, dressed in silly costumes as very overpaid grown-ups. Don't you get the irony there, folks? I just find it absolutely hilarious. Now here we go, Christian Harloff, who I will show a clip of in a minute. And again, oh God, it's just ridiculous. It sounds like girl gossip, you know, girls gossiping behind the shed at school, like, oh, look at that hot guy. It's kind of that level. It is worth talking about because am I excited for this film? Not really until I see a trailer. But again, Paul Tassi here from Forbes has covered his article regarding a red flag regarding Avengers Doomsday because of the actor Alan Cumming, which is one of the most hilarious surnames I've ever heard, and I'm sure he gets lots of jokes about it. Of course, we know about him as the mind-controlled Nightcrawler in X2, that incredible opening scene, but he let slip here in his article that he will be fighting the Fantastic Four in this film. Again, maybe he shouldn't have said it. Maybe he doesn't care. I don't know. But look, here we go, folks. When you talk about the old school Marvel, this is even pre-Disney Marvel collaboration days, right? Look at that. Young Hugh Jackman. Then, of course, you got Rebecca Romijn next to him. I mean, which guy wouldn't want to be standing next to her, right? In fact, these ladies, who wouldn't want to be standing next to them in their absolute prime? Halle Berry, smack bang in the middle, and to her very left, or your right, Famke Janssen, before that bloody plastic surgery took hold of her. I mean, holy shit. I mean, Jean Grey, Storm, and of course, Rebecca Romijn playing Mystique. She still looks good even now, actually. 52, man, that's a MILF I wouldn't mind bumping my ugly with. Of course now, folks, I've got to show you this very quickly. Behind the scenes trouble on Avengers Doomsday, Deadpool, Star Wars, Bourne, and box office news. So here's the moment where John Roker, by the way, John Roker is a very terrible human being, folks. I've got to point it out.
What do you want me to clear up? Be specific.
Let's start with the with that last part of what comic book movie said. Like, who are the actors that are fighting?
Oh, I'm not going to say that.
You know?
No, I do know, yes. And they are two pretty big actors. And apparently a comment, from what I understand, a comment was made.
Oh, do you see what I mean? Oh, I'm not going to say who they are, but I know who they are because, again, John Roker, a renowned feminist, the same idiot who called you, the movie-going audience, an idiot because you weren't intelligent enough to go and view the Fantastic Four, The Last Steps, and enjoy the movie. And apparently our intelligence could have contributed to a healthy box office return for Marvel and Disney. This schmo right here, I'm not talking about Christian Harloff because he's been on the schmo shows, whatever, the schmodown. John Roker over there is just a pure feminist ideologue. I mean, the guy comes out with insane takes. I do believe he enjoyed The Acolyte. Again, this guy is a real tryhard. I used to like him a long time ago when he was with Collider, but the guy's an absolute moronic fool. And when I hear things like, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to say anything, you sound like a schoolgirl, John Roker. You sound like a schoolgirl. The only thing that's missing is your short skirt and your blazer, gossiping with... I'm trying to think of a name now. Roxy Stryer behind the scenes, like, oh my God, do you know who it is? And I'm pretty sure off screen he has told Christian Harloff who the two main stars are. Again, the actual source comes from Jeff Snyder, who is renowned to have actual credible sources that let him know what's going on.
If you think this Avengers Doomsday story is bad, wait until you see Bella Ramsey wanting to play a they-them Spider-Man.
Or I could be Spider-Man.
Okay, make that pitch right now to Tom Holland. You're out, you're in.
So I don't know, maybe they do need to make a new one for me.
What's that?
Look, I'll tell you why I think as well that Avengers Doomsday is doomed, because Robert Downey Jr., again, absolutely mind-blowing. They brought this guy back to play Doctor Doom when really you should have brought back Mads Mikkelsen. Long before they were casting or thinking about casting Doctor Doom, Mads' name would always pop up on everybody's fantasy playlist, right? Because he's a fantastic actor. He would have been perfect, and there's no way he would have said no to this. But bringing back RDJ, who, by the way, after his Oscar-winning success from Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, he now has demanded that he writes the background for Victor Von Doom himself. And the Russo brothers have agreed to this. Now, by the way, before I get back to RDJ, the Russo brothers, what was the last good film they made? Some say it might be The Grey Man with Ana de Armas and Ryan Gosling and a very camp Chris Evans. I've not seen the film yet, but I'm going to watch it because I want to see how gay Chris Evans plays it up.
Hey, Sunshine. You must be Lloyd. What gave it away? The white pants, the trash stash. It leans Lloyd.
So that might be the last good film. I think it's got a 6.9 on IMDb, but they haven't really directed anything of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the phrase now, of critical acclaim. I mean, The Citadel on Amazon Prime is dog shit. I've watched a couple of episodes. After Endgame, what have the Russo brothers done that makes you think, you know what, we're in safe hands here, folks? No, it sounds like they've got their hands tied because Robert Downey Jr. obviously has gone to acting school, has learned the method, Stanislavski. You know, if you want to fill out your character because they've got mysterious pockets of nothing in their biog, you sit down as an actor or an actress and you actually start writing this out on a notepad, and then you bring this to the director and you say, this is what I think Victor Von Doom is going through, without actually looking at the comic book source. Because if you go through the comics, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and whoever else was involved, Joe Sinnott, Bob Layton, all these big artists and writers, Jim Shooter at Marvel, right? They'd all know about Victor Von Doom. Go to those guys, ask them. But Robert Downey Jr. claims to read comic books, but I don't think that he does. In fact, he might just turn out to be the funniest comic of them all if this movie, Avengers Doomsday, fails. And I cannot wait to see. Well, we're going to get a trailer. We're going to get a teaser trailer probably at the next Super Bowl in 2026. But on that one, folks, if you ended up enjoying this video today, and I'm going to leave you with some more hot pictures of the original X-Women, especially Rebecca Romaine, and I will catching me for the return of the next video.
You never know. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. So,